Life is about people and relationships. Always has been and always will be. You see, I think you and I can both agree on the fact, not only even agree, but literally see and feel all around us, yeah? How, especially nowadays, humanity is craving for the real, genuine, and authentic connections and relationships that lead to strong communities. And I think it is safe to say that the initial promise, yeah, that was made to us by all of these tech oligarchs and big corporations, that this grand advancement in technology would simultaneously advance our everyday to day lives and make it easier for us to find new connections, foster new relationships, and build new communities. Yeah. Now, how did that pan out? Not so great now, did it? I think when we look back in our review mirror, there are multiple things that happened, especially in the last 6 years, which we can pinpoint to why humanity is in the state that it is right now, and why especially Gen Z is suffering immensely under a lack of relationships, friendships, and social skills. And who can blame them with all the insanity that went on back in the days, and all of that forced social distancing, and basically being forced to spend the majority of your time alone in your room, and the only close to connection that you ever had was this goddamn phone and all this shit the algorithm spewed into your head. Yeah, all of those entertainment venues and all of those parasocial relationships that have been basically pushed upon us are not the real deal, and it is not what sustains the soul. It is not what keeps you healthy, and especially not what keeps your mental health healthy. So currently we are still in the phase of picking up the shards and trying to build back what was lost, what got destroyed, and part of that also lies due to the reason that people have stopped to put time and effort into their relationships, into their environment. We have been pitched to the utmost extreme that we need to always have the focus completely and solely on the individual, yeah, individuality to its peak, basically just me, and doesn't really matter what is happening around me, just as long as I can self-actualize. And therefore, communities, friendships, and relationships have been discarded or even broken away, and some also, unfortunately, broken off due to ideologies. And that is a sad statement. That is truly sad that political ideologies and the way they've been forced and pushed down the throats of many of us, many people, that some families, some friend groups, it even destroyed completely because it took overhand. And all of that, in the end, plays into the hands of the people that profit from us being alone, that profit from us being divided, and that profit from us not coming and standing together. You see, this lone wolf narrative is absolute bullshit. And I know that many young men, especially in the Gen Z generation, are on this trip and think, hey, I need to solo ride this life. And that only shows that I'm a real motherfucker and all of that. Yeah, mate. Have fun doing that. See how far that road takes you. I'll tell you one thing, mate. You're gonna get devoured by the other wolf packs, man, by the other communities who still stay together. And I think that is actually quite a good reference to what is currently going on. Because if you really look at it, the rich and powerful elites, yeah, the Jeffrey Epsteins of this world, they're all still in their little communities. They're all still safe and sound. They all make sure that each and every one of them gets safely across the pond. And that is the power of community and relationships. as evil and perverted as they may are, it is still their community and their relationships that make it so that they've been able to basically withstand and still live throughout this time. So that all leaves us to question, what are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it to fight against this evil, to fight against this divisiveness, yeah, that is currently going on? We need to get back. We need to get back to our old ways. We need to take the time and effort back to reach out again to our friends and family, to the people that we like or that we hold dear, to touch base, to make sure to regularly call or to check up on them. I know life is moving at a fast and rapid pace, and shit is difficult, and the economy is screwing us all over. I get that. I get that. But if you don't even have any friends anymore, not any relationship, no one to fall back on, and you're basically doing this all by yourself, you can see it already in many cases with people who needed to go through this crisis all by themselves. And look where, in which type of mental state they are at right now. And look at all of these, yeah, egotistical people who thought that like having an Instagram following account is the equivalence of having real friendships and a real community. That shit does not stick, mate. That shit does not stick. In the end, and that remains, quality over quantity, always. Always. You want to be encircled by people who you can trust, who are loyal, who are there for you in times of need, and vice versa. Because, my friend, that is the main reason, actually, why you and I are here in this place that we are today. Because our ancestors have put a lot of effort and value in obtaining, fostering, and garnering real relationships and communities that have together withstood the hardships and the challenges life has thrown at them. All of this, and this social media digital landscape type bullshit is completely new. It is a little bit over a decade old. A little bit. And look what perverted influence already had on all of us. And in this state many of us are in. That's why shit ain't worth it, man. That shit ain't worth it. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show yourself from your human side. We are all humans, mates, and we all got fucked and burnt equally by the system and by the global elites. So take that into consideration the next time you meet someone. We all are way more alike than one might think. And it's time for us to find back to that element, to that human essence, to that vulnerability, and not hide behind any screens or behavioral makeup to look cool or to be this and that. All of that shit just straight edge leads into loneliness. And believe me, that is something none of us will survive. None of us. So, as that old saying goes, together we stand and divided we fall. Keep that in mind and know your true enemies. I'll leave you with that. Take care. Peace.